morning. We want to welcome you to our first podcast of 6'4" and More. We're so excited that you're here with us today, and it's really going to be an interesting new show. I'm going to turn it over to Representative Jeff Farnan, one of the co-hosts, to really explain the importance of why we need to do this and why we need to get to know our state reps.
Thank you. I do feel it is important that we get to know our state reps. Because in life, you never know what somebody's truly about. Just like me, for instance, the other day, that my neighbor, who's a dentist, was arrested for dealing drugs.
Seriously?
I had been there several times to see him, and to that day, I never knew he was a dentist. So this is why we're going to try and find out certain things about Tara today.
Oh, great. I am not a dentist.
So now I'm going to turn it over to Dave Hinman, our other guest, and he's going to explain the rules of our game.
Thanks, Jeff. What we're doing today is we have 6 items posted on the board behind us, and myself and the 2 other representatives that are hosting are going to choose which one are correct and which ones are false. And we're going to move on with that now. And
Well, before we start, I do want to say
another joke.
that no, it's not a
No
joke.
more
But
jokes.
last night, because I want to win this game, I decided to spend $19.95 on the internet, and I did a background research on Tara.
You went to CaseNet?
I did. So I found this picture. Whenever was this a college picture?
No.
It's very nice.
Oh, thank you.
And then I even found her elementary picture.
That is not.
But I have this whole folder from CaseNet and other resources of things about
Is that all you
Tara,
got for
so
$19.95?
That was 1 year.
You wasted your money.
After the podcast, we will be auctioning all that.
You won't get your money back.
Anyway, Dave, I'm sorry. We'll go back to Tara explaining what.
Okay, my understanding, since this is the maiden voyage of their game, so I appreciate you inviting me, gentlemen. This is fun. So I'm going to read the 6 things that I have written down. So I was a tattoo artist. I was a television news anchor. I have met all the original Munchkins from The Wizard of Oz. I belong to a cookie cutters collectors club. I flunked out of kindergarten. And I was the winner of a beauty pageant called Miss Diana of the Dunes. So those are my 6 truths/lies.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do not have any tattoos.
So in real life, other than this job, what do you do?
In my real life, so I'm a realtor, so I sell houses. We own an agritourism destination called Pete's Pumpkin Patch, where we have a pumpkin patch for families, and then I do the legislative stuff.
And I believe the pumpkin patch is world famous because I just got an email recently from someone who was talking about the pumpkin patch. So
They were. Apparently, a decision that I made as a legislator, if I own a pumpkin patch, I'm not smart enough to be able, because I own a pumpkin patch, to be able to legislate certain items. So I appreciate her sending the email to the entire Republican caucus.
well, she voiced her opinion.
Yeah,
and that's what matters.
which it does matter.
So, which state did you go to kindergarten in?
In Indiana.
And you went to
Valparaiso?
Purdue.
I was graduated from Valparaiso, Indiana, and I am a Purdue graduate.
And
Yes.
you're graduated with what degree?
Communications degree with a minor in television radio broadcast.
So
that I know I just kind of gave that one
I'm
away.
going to mark off.
Yes.
You were definitely a TV anchor.
I was a television news anchor. I gave that one away.
And I'm sure with Pete's Pumpkin Patch, it's a family business.
Family business.
So how many kids do you have?
Well, I have 2 teenage boys, and so yeah, they've worked at the farm over the years. I can't tell you whether they're going to continue to be farmers, but it was our enjoyment. We wanted to make sure we were providing good quality family fun for families, and so we'll be in our 15th year this year growing pumpkins.
wow,
So
congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
Are they interested in politics at all?
No,
Not at all.
no politics with the kids.
Yeah.
Your kids interested in politics?
I have one. I have
Oh,
one
good for
that's
you.
very interested
Okay.
in it and stays up on it. Actually watches almost daily what goes on the floor. I guess that's his form of entertainment.
Oh, that's great. Making sure Dad's doing okay.
Yeah, that's right. I do get evaluated when I get home on the weekends.
You have a scale of 1 to 10 on how you did for the day.
I do.
And you also have a corn maze with pumpkin patch, right?
We do have a corn maze. Yeah.
Ever lost a kid or?
We haven't lost a kid, but an interesting bit of information. I do have someone's, I had someone call and ask, they said that their mother-in-law's dying wish was to have their ashes spread in a corn maze. And so I have somebody's ashes in the pumpkin patch corn maze. It's kind of an interesting thing, isn't it?
Yes,
It
Yeah.
is.
Start one of those urban legend kind of things, right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
kinda cool.
anyway.
Yeah. Grandma in the cornfield.
Grandma in the cornfield. Yeah.
What about, have you made any cookies this year for the nationally ranked Missouri S&T Miners, the
No.
basketball team?
No cookies, but they deserve them right
They
now. Did
do.
you hear that they were doing, sorry, I don't mean to get into politics, but we are politicians, right? We're not talking- Yeah, so apparently the game is not going to be held at the campus.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
Really?
So, but in their defense, it's St. Patty's Day weekend, and as an MS&T graduate, Donnie, please tell us what happens during St. Pat's weekend.
A lot of things we can't talk about on the air here, but it is a great time to be in Rolla, Missouri for St. Pat's, for sure.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
I think they were expecting a lot of people. The rooms were already booked, and so they didn't want to add something. So I understand that part, but I think they were a little disappointed that they couldn't host their own tournament at the campus. So, yeah. So I've not made any cookies for the minors. I've been to a basketball game, no cookies though.
Awesome.
I will say we very much appreciate the social aspect of your office and always treating all of us to baked goods, root beer floats, all of those fun things, and we do appreciate that. On a long day, it's nice to come up and have some popcorn.
Yeah, if you're on a diet here at the Capitol, don't come to Representative Peters or Representative Cook's office, that's for sure.
That is
Yeah.
exactly right. That's exactly right. Excellent.
Well, should we guys go ahead and we'll mark down which ones we think are the two lies? We'll just mark the lies.
Mark the two
No more
lies.
That are not
questions?
true.
That are not
Yeah.
true? Okay.
So
Alright.
I'm going to.
Let me get out of your way.
No.
Joe?
Just put me a J over there on tattoo artist. I don't think that she was a tattoo artist. And I don't think you flunked out of kindergarten either. I'll just read over you here.
That's on that one. And although you are a very beautiful woman,
Yes.
I'm going to say the Dune pageant.
Well,
Donnie?
our research tells us she was a news anchor.
Yes.
For sure. So I'm going to go with Dave here. And I'm going to go with Jeff on the flunked out in kindergarten.
Huh.
Interesting, okay.
Okay.
So in The Wizard of Oz, were the Munchkins the little monkeys, flying monkeys, or were they the
No, the
midgets?
flying monkeys
Or
were the
small
flying
people?
monkeys. Midgets were the little people that sang when the house dropped in Munchkin Land. So there was a coroner, all the little people.
I only watched it once. So
I only watched The Wizard of Oz once.
Wow.
Wow.
We watch it very regularly at my
Yeah,
house.
that's one of my favorite movies, so
One
yes.
of my wife's favorite movies.
Okay, well now's the time for Tara to reveal her truths and
All right.
untruths.
Okay, I answered already. I do not have any tattoos, so I've not been a tattoo artist.
Great.
I can draw
Give me a
stick
point.
people, so I don't think you would want me giving tattoos, right? That's the extent of my artistic ability.
It's a $5 tattoo.
It is a $5. I don't know if you do get $5 for that, but I was a television news anchor. I graduated with a communications degree, and I worked at a couple CBS affiliates throughout Indiana, Illinois, and then to Missouri.
Good.
I have indeed met the original Munchkins
yes.
from The Wizard of Oz. So
Not only
I've
the
always
pumpkin
been
patch,
fascinated with The Wizard of Oz. It's one of my favorite movies of all times. And so we used to have in Chesterton, Indiana, there was they had a Wizard of Oz festival every year, and they invited all when they were still alive. Most of them have passed on by now, but when they were all alive, they would come back for this big event that we had in Chesterton, and they all would sign autographs. And so I have a
Nice.
picture with 13 of the original Munchkins from the Wizard of Oz. So that was a really great great event that we had. I do belong to a cookie cutters collectors club. So yes, I collect cookie cutters. One of my famous collections is the Republicans used to give out politics long ago. One of the gifts that they would give is an elephant-shaped cookie cutter. It comes in a little box with the original sugar cookie recipe. And so I do have the Republican, one of the original older Republican elephant cookie cutters. So I enjoy that. I did not flunk out of kindergarten.
I should have known that. You were too smart.
Yeah, sorry. And I was the winner of the Miss Diana of the Dunes beauty pageant. So the event that we had in Chesterton, Indiana, with the Munchkins, it was right next to Indiana Dunes, and so that was a part of that festival as well. They had a beauty contest, and you could win scholarship money. So the winning of that contest actually paid for some of my college classes. So I was very lucky to have been awarded that opportunity. So there you have it. Are you disappointed I don't have tattoos?
So we got the lie. Was a tattoo? Was there another lie?
And the other lie was that I did not flunk out of
Flunk out.
kindergarten.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So you actually, Jeff did win. You picked the two lies.
Well, I kind of put the last two together, thinking that you were the winner of the beauty pageant and flunked out of kindergarten at the same time. That's kind of where
Not all boys are dumb.
That was my bonus. That was my bonus for not being smart. Is that what you're trying to say,
Sorry,
Dave?
audience. Dave is stereotyping women. Blonde women.
No offense taken, Dave. No offense taken.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us this week on 6-4 and more. So.
Looks like me and Dave will have to get our private investigator.
1995.
we're going to have to start investing in 1995 a week.
Right.
And
Well,
we'll catch you guys.
special thanks to Representative Tara Peters for being our first guest. And
It was fun.
It was
Broken
a lot of
in.
fun.
Yeah, broken in. We're going to get to know our reps really well.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.